Welcome back to my channel. Up till now I've been talking about serious things, and today I want to look into some funny things that have happened along the way of trying to raise my children over the last 26 years. I think there's a lot of funny instances, but I'm going to just pick a few for today instead of making a 20-minute long video. One of them is my oldest daughter, who's 25 now. She had stolen a piece of cheese from the fridge, and was okay, but she went along in front of me, sidestepping in front of me with her eyes closed with the cheese. And I said to her, you know that I can see you even though you can't see me. And she stops dead in her tracks and was so funny. And just, it was incredible. And her brother, again, they're 25, 26 now. One time I was picking a car up from somewhere. It was really hot, so I was letting the air conditioner run, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and all of a sudden I hear slam, 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 slam. And I turned around, all the doors were closed, and they were standing there with smiles on their faces, and I'm like, did you actually lock those doors? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what would make you do that? Because I didn't have a second set of keys. So I had to call my boyfriend to come over and help me break into the car because of them. They were a handful at one point. Another instance that I was so tired having children because, as I said before, I had 4 kids, back to back to back to back. And I was so tired. And I had one of the children in the bath. I was trying to get the other one in the bathtub, and I had the baby sitting strapped in the car seat there so I could keep an eye on her. And the toddler, the next one up, says to me, he went and grabbed for the plunger from the bathroom, and he went heading for his sister in the car seat, and I grabbed the plunger out of his hand. I'm like, don't plunge at your sister. And I just at that moment thought, I am really, really tired right now. So of course it was foot down. Everybody was okay in the end. With the bath and everything. Baths were, goodness gracious, my teenager at the time, we did the baths. I'd bathe the child, she would take them, dry them off, dress them, and so on. So that was always funny. And speaking of a large amount of kids going into a grocery store, they would always ask me, are they all yours? And we came up with different funny responses, like, no, we rented a few for the day, or no, we don't know who those kids are, or things like that. But everybody felt they had the right to, say, are they all yours? And then the other question is, are you having any more? Personally, that's a really personal question. It's between husband, mother, and God, basically. It's not really anybody else's thing. And I came up with a bunch of funny excuses, because they would be, not only would they ask me, do you want any more, they would also say to me, do you know what makes that happen? And I would make them feel very uncomfortable, because deadpan eyes, I would look straight at them and go, no, can you tell me? And they would just kind of walk away. Or are you going to have any more, or, well, no, let's go back to, do you know how that happens? Another one of my responses was, I stopped washing our underwear together, but it just keeps happening. So people would either laugh or they kind of just walk away. But I always had a retort, and I always found it was funny that they would think they would have the right to ask us, are we having any more children? That's a really personal choice. You just don't do that. And the last funny thing I could think of for today is my being tired again. We would all be sitting in the living room together. The baby would be in my lap, or I would be holding the baby, or the toddler would be in my lap, whatever. We'd be talking, watching TV, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, where's the baby? And my oldest daughter at the time, she's a teenager, she says, Mom. I'm like, what? The baby's in your lap. I was like, oh, okay. I would do this on a regular basis because I was so tired, so paranoid that I was not on top of everything. And my kids just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. They would tease me all the time about it. We're about the end of the video now. If you have any funny stories from your family, please leave them below. I would love to see them. And just hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll get notifications when I upload to a new video. I appreciate it so much for my startup with my new videos here.